I will never expire.
Looks like a useful little thing. What do we have here?
No man or beast can withstand my rifle.
Defiled and purged! On with the wind. Maybe I do have a hoarding problem. Whoever gets the job done. Need to drop something first. This one better be good. Get into my gun already. I will need that. A man of science? What could he be doing here?
Halt! Who goes there? Are you friend or foe? Fascinating. You are an undead. I see the wounds and the paleness of the skin and the unearthly glow in your eyes. Incredible. I would be deeply honored if you decide to converse with me and answer a few questions. Non-binding, of course. Please excuse my poor manners. It is from the excitement of meeting a real undead of sound mind. I forgot myself for a second. After all, in this place you have better chances of finding a fatal accident rather than conversation. You have returned. In some places there can be found puddles of a... You don't have a linseed oil or laudanum for sale by any chance? Or a bottle of boric acid? No? Shame. Well, it all depends on how precise the question is and whether I possess knowledge on the subject. The probability of it being so is satisfactorily high. Ask, then, preferably in full sentences and with sufficient amount of details. There is no scientific proof confirming the existence of a soul. Your question seems more appropriate for a theologian, which I am not. However, as a gesture of goodwill, I will attempt to answer your question, theoretically at least. A powerful soul would surely require a proper vessel, and as it happens, I know where you might find one. It is not far away from here. Not too long ago, I saw a suitable creature at the bottom of the chasm that cuts through town. I advise caution. The chasm is dangerous as it is, and filled with unknown vapors, among which lurk numerous creatures. Running blindly into any of these problems will be extremely unpleasant. I am afraid that even your undead condition will not allow you to reach the bottom of the chasm unscathed, but that is precisely where you will find your target. Of course, you are free to ignore my warnings and assess the danger yourself. Your choice. As it happens, the vapors have excited my curiosity before. You see, they do not appear anywhere else, and seem to be connected with the creatures living there. The only thing stopping me from proper exploration is a lack of certain basic ingredients. I will need something with a strong acidic property for analysis and to help me extract certain elements from other ingredients. That is a good idea. Why have I not thought about it before? I'm sure I have that gland lying around here somewhere, and it is quite fresh. I am also in need of the means to keep my equipment clean and in good shape. I am afraid my current stock is empty, and we need to replenish it. I dread to think where you went to school, if at all, to think this would be a good idea. No, I need pure alcohol of the highest quality. The next problem to overcome is that we need something with regenerative properties. A species can be found in the vicinity that, after preliminary research, seems to display properties in its skin similar to those of a salamander. I think that other seekers and monster hunters call the species a demon. I am afraid we cannot work around it. It is a necessary ingredient. However, do not worry. The name demon is just that, a name given to something unknown. There is no proof those beings originate from hell, or that hell exists at all, for that matter. To sum up, I am afraid that no matter how keen we are to proceed, we need to gather at least some of the ingredients. We do not have to worry about acid, but we still need pure alcohol and living tissue with strong regenerative properties. As I mentioned, demons living in the area may inadvertently provide help in this matter. Good luck. You have returned. Have you changed your mind and wish to be examined? Sacrifice yourself in the name of science? Hmm? How can I help you? You're in need of my vast knowledge. Ask away. Diggersville? Initially, it was nothing but a handful of barracks for the mine workers. The town grew to its current size thanks to rapid development and connecting it to the larger railway network. For a long time, only the poor lived there, those who could not afford to move to Silver Peaks. Of course, now it's just another abandoned place, and doubtless proof that, sadly, some traits of our species are a constant. Exploitation, contempt, lack of empathy, misguided self-importance. Supposedly, most inhabitants manage to escape the disaster. Silver Peaks grew rich from local investments. It used to be a jewel in the region. Rich deposits of tin, iron, copper, and silver were all discovered in the mines. Deforestation added to profits, and hunting groups thrived. The biggest problem for Silver Peaks was that some residents believed that being masters was their inherent right and destiny. The riots were just the beginning for what came after, and the aftermath is clear. The area is full of natural caves and tunnel systems that predate any of the mines here. It is not surprising that some passages can be seen throughout the cross-section of the chasm. The chasm itself was created by a release of powerful energy, surely a result of a battle that was fought here. The two sides in that battle were an unknown entity and a military unit of the Alliance of the Iron Rose that apparently tried to subdue the creature. As a result of the clash, everyone involved died, and the chasm came to be. Immediately, it became a lair to monsters people named demons. If I did not believe in science, I would assume they materialized out of thin air or came from another dimension. Unfortunately, that is all I know. I did not witness the fight itself, only the aftermath. The new residents occupying the chasm made any attempt to study this phenomenon very difficult. In some places there can be found puddles of a substance resembling blood. They are a habitat for quite unusual and aggressive creatures.
Well, spit it out.
life. You must have come. Each